Have you ever walked into a hotel room or a rental and felt like something was off? It's a creepy thought, but in a world full of tiny cameras and smart devices, it's worth knowing what to look out for. So today, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about how illegal spying happens. Not to make you paranoid, but to make you smarter and safer. Let's start with the classic, hidden cameras. People trying to spy often use everyday objects you wouldn't think twice about. We're talking smoke detectors, alarm clocks, or even those little USB charging blocks you plug into the wall. Other common hiding spots include air purifiers, picture frames, and even fake plants on a bookshelf. Now, here's the key. It's rarely the object itself that's suspicious. It's the context. Is there a brand new, shiny alarm clock in a room where everything else looked a bit dated? Is a smoke detector placed weirdly, like directly over a bed or shower area, instead of in the center of the room? Look for a tiny, pinhead-sized black hole. Again, these aren't proof of anything, but they are things to be aware of. When it comes to places like apartments, houses, and hotels, the patterns are similar. If a camera exists, it's almost always pointed at private areas like the bed, the shower, or where you change clothes. It might be a device that's plugged in when it doesn't need to be, or it's placed unusually high or low on a wall. If you're in a rental, be on the lookout for extra smart home devices you weren't told about, or multiple motion sensors in one small room. Check the Wi-Fi network list. Do you see strange device names you don't recognize? Just being aware of your environment is the first step. But modern spying is actually less about tiny, James Bond-style gadgets and more about abusing the regular technology we all use every day. Take your smart TV. It has a camera and a microphone for voice commands and video calls. If someone with bad intentions gains access, they could potentially activate that camera remotely or listen through the microphone. Warning signs would be your TV turning on by itself, strange new apps appearing that you didn't install, or that little LED camera light flickering on when you're not using it. It might even feel like someone else is controlling it remotely. The same goes for smart speakers like Alexa or Google Home. These devices are designed to listen for a wake word, but if someone gets access to your account, they could review your saved voice recordings, or even use the drop-in feature to listen in live. A few red flags would be seeing unknown devices connected to your account in the app, or checking your activity log and seeing interactions that you know you didn't make. And don't forget your home Wi-Fi network. Someone with access to your router can see every device connected to it. Track when you're home or away based on your phone connecting, and in some cases, even intercept unencrypted data. Signs of this could be unknown devices on your network list, your internet slowing down for no apparent reason, or the router lights blinking like crazy, even when you're not using any devices. Now, let's talk about the device that's with you all the time. Your phone. This is actually one of the most common avenues for spying. Some apps with camera and microphone permissions can be abused. You might notice your phone getting unusually hot, the battery draining way faster than normal, or the little green or orange dot appearing at the top of your screen, indicating the camera or mic is active when you aren't using them. Even more common is simple account access. If someone has your login information for your cloud account, they can see your photo backups, your location history, your messages, and your call logs. This isn't high-tech hacking. It's often just someone you know getting a hold of your password. Then there's stalkerware. This is illegal software designed to hide on a phone and track calls, messages, and location. Signs of this could be settings changing on their own, finding suspicious apps you don't remember installing, or your phone restarting randomly. Spying doesn't just happen in private spaces either. When you use public Wi-Fi at a cafe or airport, a savvy person on the same network could potentially see what you're redoing if the connection is unsecure. That's why it's always safer to use your phone's hotspot or a VPN, and avoid entering passwords on public networks. And of course, there are public cameras everywhere. In stores, hotels, elevators, and parking lots. These are almost always for legitimate security, but it's good to be aware of them. In a rental, cameras are allowed in common areas like living rooms or hallways, but it's illegal to have them in bedrooms or bathrooms. If you see a camera pointed somewhere odd, or one that wasn't disclosed in your rental agreement, that's a red flag. And we can't forget the old school methods. They're less common now, but still possible. Things like two-way mirrors, which you can test by putting your fingernail against the glass. If there's a gap, it's a normal mirror. If your reflection touches your nail, it could be a two-way. Also, look for gaps in ceiling tiles or vents, or even door peepholes that have been installed backward, allowing someone to look in, not out. Okay, so how do you actually protect yourself without driving yourself crazy? It's pretty simple. First, just do a quick visual scan of any new room. Look for anything that seems out of place, has a tiny pinhole lens, or is pointed directly at a private area. Second, use your phone's flashlight. Shine it around the room. Camera lenses, even tiny ones, will reflect the light with a bluish or purplish tint. It is a great way to spot something hidden in a dark object like a speaker or a clock. Third, check the Wi-Fi. Most routers let you see a list of connected devices. If you see something you don't recognize, investigate it. Fourth, cover any cameras you're not using on your laptops, smart TVs, or other smart displays. A piece of tape or a cheap slider cover works perfectly. But the single most important thing you can do is change your passwords regularly and use two-factor authentication. This is your #1 defense against someone accessing your accounts. And finally, periodically check your phone's app permissions. Make sure that random game you downloaded doesn't have access to your camera and microphone. Now for a reality check. The vast majority of people will never, ever be spied on this way. The goal here isn't to make you feel anxious. It's to empower you. Knowing these red flags helps you protect your privacy and spot problems early. It's about situational awareness. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on staying safe in our digital world.